I'm Emily.
And I'm Marla, and we want you to mansplain baseball elsewhere.
Yay. What are you toasting with and to, Marla? Since you've had it prepared for so long.
I am so prepared forever. I am going to toast to Peyton Manning because he was elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I've talked about it before, I'm pretty sure, but he's like the reason that I got into football ever, even though I'm not really into NFL currently.
Omaha!
Love him, love his forehead, and Eli too, honestly. I just like the Mannings. They're just cool. And so I'm going to toast to him. Congrats. And I've got a strawberry margarita. So
see, if you were super prepared, you would have a Mick Ultra based off his commercial last night.
I don't love him that much.
To drink water.
Sorry, Gotti, enough to drink Mick Ultra. But anyways.
Also, sorry, Dodgers Gus.
Yeah, sorry.
Ashley,
he just drinks that so he can drink a whole bunch of
Hennessy.
Yeah, I was like, what's that shit he drinks? Hennessy. Gotta have balance.
It is like his water. It like rehydrates.
Yeah. Love that. I got kind of like semi-fancy. I have juice in a cup. Let me relax.
It's a glass though.
It's also an Old Forester glass. It's my
it's like etched and everything, right?
Yeah, it's really fancy. It's really, really fancy. Anyway, I have a blackberry bourbon smash, which is really good. And
it's almost like a Braves Bramble that apparently they sell at the stadium.
I don't know. I've never had that.
Nice to try in person.
Yes. I have to remember that. There was some stuff that they have. This is a really quick sidebar, but it needs to be heard. And I'm sorry if you like this stuff, but you have bad taste. The Braves, that brown sugar bourbon, which I never heard of until I saw it there. I guess because I don't know, don't pay attention. Anyways, they have that and like Coke, and it literally tastes like a cinnamon roll in like a cup with some carbonate. It was the worst thing I've ever had in my life. It was so bad. And everybody was like, these are great. You should try them. Get this.
That's because they don't like whiskey.
Fuck y'all. Y'all are stupid. Anyways, back to my toast. I am toasting to one of the podcasts that helped spur the creation of Mansplain Baseball Elsewhere. So when you guys love us, you can thank them. And when you hate us, you can also thank them. And that's Knockahoma Nation. Josh, JT, Kenny, and Boggy were actually the first sports podcast. Can you call them a sports podcast?
Well, you used to.
Lifestyle? Sports and lifestyle?
Yeah. The first sports podcast I ever listened to. Before that, I literally listened to nothing but like murder and stuff. So they were the first one that I ever listened to. They are kind of what got me like into Braves Twitter, really, because I met a bunch of people through them. They are all very obnoxious, but they all will tell you that they are not and that we are.
We can steal Boggy now?
Yes.
Okay, so Knockahoma Nation just put out their last episode, and I actually listened to it, despite the fact that I stopped listening to them like forever ago, because anyways, feed stuff. But in their last episode, they reviewed all the Braves podcasts because there's like 35 of us.
I was going to say that would take an entire 3-hour episode.
An entire episode. And a direct quote from Josh Brown about what Mansplain Baseball Elsewhere is they're super obnoxious, they're kind of trashy, they're not that good, and they cuss a little bit. And that's probably the most accurate description of what we do here that I've ever heard. And I'm currently trying to workshop an idea of how I can get that on a piece of merch, whether it be a t-shirt or a mug or a sticker or something, because that's a crowning achievement in my life as far as I'm concerned.
Pretty accurate.
So
we could just keep the adjectives.
Yeah. We
trashy, obnoxious,
not good.
A little.
And cuss.
Not good cussing.
But we have all three of us have had our back and forths quite publicly with probably all of them, except Boggy. Nobody doesn't like Boggy. He's the best. But they have done a lot for us, and we really do appreciate them and wish them all well on their future endeavors. It's been a fun 4 years, And cheers.
Cheers. So I am cheersing with, I found this weekend. So I love ruby red and grapefruit juice, which like nobody else on the planet does, but I guess somebody does, because Shiner Bock made a ruby redbird beer made with Texas ruby red grapefruit. Didn't even know Texas grew grapefruits, but they do. And it's only 95 calories, but it's not like a light beer. 3.1 carbs, 95 calories, but it tastes like actual beer. And it's good because it's not like there's a hint of grapefruit, but it's not like, like those fruity beers where like it tastes like you're drinking juice.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not like a cider.
It's not, no.
There's a grapefruit beer. I'm not huge on grapefruit juice either, but there's a grapefruit something or another beer here that Goose Island makes that is really, really good. And you just made me want it, but they only put it out in the summertime, so.
Well, before you know it, we'll be there in the summer. And before you know it, we'll be back for Tom Brady's, 26th NFL? No, he's only been in 20 years. Whatever. Anyway, my toast is to Tom Brady because 69. He has more NFL championships than whole franchises now. Also, I just want to see y'all's faces. That was honestly it.
I'm glad I toasted a Peyton first.
Honestly, Tom Brady needs to go to the house, bro. How bad
does... to go to the nursing home.
But they straight up asked him last night, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be back for more." And I'm like,
"Oh, he's not gonna quit till he's like 50, but I want him to go."
But him and Gronk, I love Gronk though. Can we agree that we love Rob Gronkowski?
Yes.
No. I can't.
I would hate him in real life. Imagine trying to date Rob Gronkowski. I would murder that man. But
okay, I would totally date him.
But you'd also, I don't want to murder him.
Like frat boy. Oh God, he drives me crazy.
But as a personality, I like the guy.
Yeah. What I need us to talk about more is how bad Giselle must suck to be around if he will literally not go home.
Did Patrick Mahomes' mom tweet at Giselle something that it's not a championship if the refs are on your side or something like that? I
what
saw
an idiot. Probably.
Briefly something like that. I don't know. I was just scrolling through Twitter and saw someone retweeted it, and I was like, don't care that much about that drama.
I saw someone tweeted it. I did not know that was Pat Mahomes' mom.
That's pretty funny.
But
I mean, it might not have been, but that's it. That's what someone said.
I know apparently. So I didn't look into the story, but it popped up that Pat Mahomes' fiance,
Brittany,
yes, had to defend him because after ESPN tweeted some stuff, which I didn't even look at, but ESPN has been on their bullshit for about the past 2 years with tweeting just nasty, no need, not even funny stuff about people right after they lose.
The main ESPN account and SportsCenter both tweeted 2 different pictures, close-ups of Mahomes, where you can see he's distraught, and she retweeted both of them, and I forget what she said to which one, but one of them she said, "You're trash," and the other one was "This is unnecessary," or something like that. So, and I agree with her.
Okay, but do you know what was necessary? They called it unnecessary, but it was completely necessary. So I guess earlier in the season, Tyreek Hill threw up deuces at Winfield Jr. I guess he caught a ball and got away from Winfield Jr., the Bucs defender, and threw up deuces. I don't know what happened earlier in the year. Well, in the Super Bowl, Winfield defended him. I think knocked the ball down. I can't even remember what he did. Anyway, Tyreek Hill did not catch the ball, and Winfield throws up deuces. So I thought he was just mocking him because you know how they were all "Oh, we're going to run it back. We're going to win a second one." That's what I thought he was mocking him for. And of course they called taunting and all this because he was in the guy's face for a long time. What?
Yeah.
What? So I was unnecessary but hilarious. Yeah, and then when I found out the backstory that he was just doing what that dude did to him earlier in the season, I was that's the kind of petty.
That's pretty good.
I want to be a fan of yours for life. I don't know anything else about you.
On the field petty, I like. And that's different than what ESPN does. But a
yeah,
player
like,
going
don't
to
make
another
fun-
player, like, yes, that all day. That's fun.
Like, I mean, the guy is sad. Like, if you're not sad, you just lost a Super Bowl. Why are you even in it?
Yeah, go home, bro. I mean, you have to now anyway, but you know what I mean.
You have to. But who is not sad is Marcell Ozuna, Genesis, any of their children, and nobody in Braves Nation.
Woohoo!
We are all very happy.
By the way, I don't know if you guys saw it. It was like right before we started recording, but they are doing a Marcel selfie bobblehead this year.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm sure they will be very hard to come by, and I'm sure the giveaway will be like a Tuesday night game because that's what the Braves like to do. But maybe we can get our hands on some somehow. Maybe.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe.
But they're really cute. They're really cute. I don't know if that's what you call bobbleheads. Whatever. I'm not sure, but I like it. And I was really excited when I saw it. I don't know why I'm not a bobblehead person, but I thought it was cool.
I just love his spirit and his energy, and I'm glad he's back.
Yes.
And I loved that interview with him and AA, and he was like,
Yes.
So what took you so long? Like, I was literally waiting on you.
Yeah. And did
What
you
took
see?
you so long? And AA was like, it wasn't that easy. And he was like, okay, but what took you so long? We did it in like one day once you finally got here.
I know.
And
He was like, why didn't
like,
we just do it right after the season? I was like, yeah, why didn't we?
not?
Why didn't we? Did you also see in that interview, Alex was like, yeah, Marcel's going to handle Freddie's extension because he seems to know how these things work now after just negotiating for a day. I thought that was funny.
Well, please get that done too.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I
But
would really
also,
like to
Don't
see.
need
so
that
we have a
rest this
bear.
offseason.
Now we need our shark back.
Mhm.
And then I'll be happy.
But
But it gives me hope that like he hasn't signed anywhere else.
It does. How do you feel about Shane Greene?
I like Shane Greene. We all know that. I stood by
think we
Shane.
all
People
do.
didn't. But I mean, 19 was kind of horrible. But he was back, or 20 was kind of horrible. But 19. Sorry, I'm getting confused because I just looked at the calendar. 19 was horrible. 20, he was back in form.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have him back. I don't see us getting both him and Marc back, though.
Yeah,
I just
see
see us getting them both. But
Personally, would rather have Melanson.
maybe because O'Day is gone.
Yeah, we have. I looked at Boggy's, another Nakahoma. They are keeping the Twitter handle, so Boggy can still tweet his smart people stuff. And I looked briefly at the thing today, and I want to say, like, if we keep the same payroll we had last year, we have like 20 million, 21 million left to spend if we want to, I guess.
Is that enough to get Jose Ramirez as well?
I mean, if you're really going for it, we can just.
Do we need him though? Because have y'all seen Camargo?
I have.
Lord.
I mean, people still want Ramirez. I know.
I have. Johan has got an improved attitude. He's still not doing that great, but it feels like he's doing great because he's got a lot of attitude, which we love. But
those unis too. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a whole snack.
Some good plays though.
Yeah, that web gem that was yesterday, right?
When he grabbed it barehanded.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was yesterday. I went back and looked because that was a championship game yesterday, and they won.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back and looked, and he hit a homer that game also to tie it in I think it was the 5th inning, and then in the 8th inning was that play where he caught it barehanded and threw the guy out with ease. And I don't want to hear you say, "Oh, he was right to his throwing hand." I don't care. You catch
still
it.
Impressive.
Idiot. It's still impressive. So shut up.
And someone pointed out with our new hitting coach, because the thing that people always hated about Camargo is they're like, well, he's horrible at the plate, which granted, he's not going to win a Silver Slugger award anytime soon, probably.
Yeah.
But we have a new hitting coach part-time.
And I think the biggest, okay, wait.
And he's been in his head.
The other cool thing about yesterday's game was he actually made the final play of the game. It was another grounder to third or some shit, but whatever. So that was cool. He got to do all of that stuff. He's done really good in Winter League. And like you were saying, he's been in his head, and I believe this winter, or at least upon appearance, it seems like he's kind of gotten out of that. It seems like he's got a better attitude. It seems like he has kind of gotten some of that like fire back. The last couple of years, we all know, have been like up and down for Johan. I mean, he had a really good, 18, and then 19. He lost out to Donaldson. Is that the right years? Or was it 17 and 19 was Donaldson? I don't know. Mm-hmm. All the years run together.
Yes. And then when like he got in, he didn't do like superbly.
Yeah.
And then last year he was doing great, and then they shifted him over when Ozzie was out, and it was like that move to second just kind of threw him off everywhere. Because when he was back at third in the NLCS, I mean, he made some amazing plays. And here's my other thing is I realize you have to have offense, especially in today's game, but you have to have defense as well. I mean, we scored 30 runs in the NLCS and still lost because we had base running errors. But also, I mean, there were some defensive errors in those games.
Yeah.
You have to have...
Which the Braves don't have a ton of. So, I mean, we can't complain too much, but when they happen, they seem to be big ones.
You can't say he's a horrible player just based on his plate appearances. Like, if you're going to excuse somebody else's defense because they have more potential for offense, well, then you need to give him credit for his defense.
Yeah, he's not saying, a DH.
Well,
he never will be.
Yeah.
But you could use the DH when we finally get it on whatever player you want to. Keep that in mind.
Bob Nightingale said that it's definitely coming in 2022, so I'm pretty sure the AL is abolishing it like next week. So
did you see that tweet that came out right before we started recording that they're keeping the stupid extra inning second base runner thing?
No,
the seventh inning.
I kind of expected that to stay.
Well, it's rumored. It's not like official yet, but the seven inning doubleheaders played on second base for extra innings, but not the DH.
Okay.
Yeah, that part annoys me that we get those other things, but not the DH.
Yeah.
I don't. Those other things don't make me mad. I don't care.
Like if you're gonna make rule changes, though, like give us the rule that everybody wants.
Yeah.
Man, Brett.
Anyway, sorry.
He sucks.
So we think Camargo's getting better.
Yes.
But if we have a shot to get Jose Ramirez.
Goodbye, Austin Riley. It's been fun. It's been real. It's sometimes been real fun, but if you might just gotta go, baby. I'm sorry.
Well, you can.
Yeah. I really like Austin Riley. I think has the potential to be a really good baseball player in general, third baseman, or if somebody wants to put him somewhere else, I don't know. I think he's got really good potential. I think he could be like a 40 homer. I don't know. That's a little like 30 homer a year guy. I think he could be really good. But I'm sorry for all of you people who are going to get angry by this statement because you don't agree, but good farm systems and good potential do not win World Series trophies. I do not care that in 5 years, Austin Riley might be better than Jose Ramirez is right now. What I care about is winning right now. In 3 to 5 years, our window is closed anyway. So
that's my thing.
What does it even matter? I don't care.
I do, as much as I love Johan, like, if we could have the option to have a true, like, dynamite starter at third, like, obviously I'm going to take that like, any day because we have almost every puzzle piece there.
Mm-hmm. It's just,
but we saw last year, it takes every puzzle piece because Duvall got hurt and we, like, fell apart. I mean, didn't fall all the way apart, but we couldn't close the deal because of all the shifting we had to do because of Adam Duvall. Like, no offense to Duvall, but I'm just saying it wasn't like we lost Freddie Freeman. We lost Adam Duvall, and all that shifting caused like this domino effect. You know what I'm saying? So like, if put all the pieces there.
Yeah, you always, if you have an option to make your team better, you make your team better.
And we have Ronny so cheap. We have Ozzie so cheap. Freddie's here this year is all we have guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
Like,
do or die.
Get it done.
Yeah, like it's time. And I mean, kind of the same way we all felt about JT, which he's obviously back with the Phillies now, but like, yeah, we're happy with our catching situation, but if we can get better, we want better. Same
If we can
with
get an all-star,
J-Ram.
I'd rather have that.
Exactly.
Right.
Jose Ramirez has finished in, I want to say.
Oh, which, by the way, Arenado's now officially a Cardinal, so.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So weird.
And
He looks so weird in red. I don't like it.
He does look so weird. I don't like it either at all. I was looking at
Except
some stuff
our Friday
online
red
today.
jerseys, you'd look really good, Nolan, baby. But
He would
Yeah,
look
you would
fire
look
in
great
that.
in that red, but that's a
They're
different
blue
red,
too.
baby. Anyway, I was looking at Charlie Blackmon autographed stuff today because I don't know.
Why not?
I was just dreaming, and they had like some Nolan like Funko Pops and shit like down at the bottom that they were selling, and I was
for
like,
like
he just
$2.
looks- Yeah, I know. I was like, he just looks so much better in purple.
Purple.
They've been putting up like memorials to him around Coors Field. I'm like, guys, he's
not dead. But the Rockies franchise is kind of dead, so I don't
That's
necessarily disagree with them. So
I get their sadness, I get their pain, but I was just like, not a little too far, maybe a little bit.
Speaking of red,
it'd be weird to be him and like see
Yeah,
memorial
right.
to you, and you're like,
I still alive.
but I'm here. I mean, y'all are dead to me now, but I'm here. Speaking of red, the Reds signed Sean Doolittle.
yes,
I feel like I haven't seen a ton about that, but then again,
Yeah.
there was that whole game yesterday.
I like him.
And then the
I
A's traded Chris Davis to the Rangers for shortstop Elvis Andrews. And then there were other people involved in the trade too. But like, there was a lot of hate online for this trade.
People like Chris Davis.
Yeah.
So,
Like, they were mad. They were like, why would you trade him to the Rangers? Like, they were big mad. Former Cardinal Colton Wong, who I was very surprised they got rid of. Like, that shocked me. Signed by the Brewers.
yeah. Who wants to play for the Brewers? Bless your heart.
Well, but you do get to see Christian Yelich every day.
I don't know. Is it worth it? I don't know.
Probably not to Colton Wong.
Google
but-
images thing. But
Yeah.
But also his mom. Have you seen his mom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's worth it.
Maybe that's worth it. Okay.
Does she come to the games? That's what
it's
I
like, can we have a sleepover?
Exactly.
She make a pop.
Cubs signed Jock Peterson. So there we go. Some people wanted him to be a Brave. We still got hope. You got a couple more years before you retire, Jock Peterson. So we'll catch you on the tail end.
Prime for Braves time.
Acquire at the deadline. I mean, whatever. He's changing his number, by the way. He's getting rid of. He's not taking 31 with him. So he put out on Instagram today, like, what number should I go with?
Hey, Hernandez also changed his number when he went to the Red Sox. He's like new. I don't even know what number he chose, but he was like new city, new number. Pretty much like new me, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
New bitch.
I
I'm
hope
really
he has
excited.
those same tight jeans, though. I do hope you do.
I hope
okay.
they are nice to him. I know they won't be, but I hope they are nice to him.
Is Boston nice to anybody?
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
number.
I really like Kike. I really, really, really like him. And y'all better fucking say his name right.
Yeah.
Not y'all, but collective y'all.
Yeah, that could be a bad pronunciation.
Mm-hmm. Also, I didn't think
And
about
Dexter Fowler, LOL to the Cardinals, was they're reunited and
Oh
it
my
feels
God.
so good. And then, like 3 hours later, they sent him to the Angels.
Yeah.
So you
Poor
know, the social media person was like, "You gotta tell me when you're
like
working
you
on
could
the
have given me a heads up, dummy. Yeah, there were so many like update tweets about that.
Yeah, I added freezing cold takes.
I don't know where that of all the trades, that one doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me.
Also, we're gonna come back to that. If
Okay.
you haven't seen like the city of Ottawa's tweet about after the Super Bowl, I'll have to get the exact at. Like the tweet they sent out was like, "Congratulations to star Bruce. Insert name of winning team here," and like the image was like insert team logo
amazing.
here, like on a background. And like,
It
I
can't
couldn't
be
tell if it
wrong.
was a joke or not, because the next one was like, Bruce was like, hey guys, you got to text me if you expect me to make a change. And then the next one was like, while you're here, everyone wear your mask and wash your hands. So I was like, was it a joke or did Bruce really F this up?
I mean,
Anyway.
if it wasn't a joke, he played it off pretty good.
He really did.
Yeah.
Go Bruce.
That's funny.
City of Ottawa. So Dexter Fowler, yeah, that didn't. I don't know what the Angels are doing. Like, they're making moves, but what moves are like what are they adding up to?
They like just woke up and saw what day it is and like, oh, we should probably make a move. Well, look at that guy. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go back to sleep now.
I like
That's what they're doing.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. By the way, if you just Google Angels outfield, it definitely doesn't show you the Angels outfield. It shows you that dumbass movie. Just for the record.
That's not a dumbass movie.
Oh, God.
That's like the one baseball
Don't
movie
start.
I watched as a kid.
Anyways,
Don't diss Christopher Lloyd.
so they have an outfield now of Justin Upton, Mike Trout, Dexter Fowler.
I mean,
So-
they got 3 good players. Oh, and Ohtani.
Yeah, Ohtani is DH, but see, they
They
also
have Rendon now.
they have pool holes out there still too. So that's kind. I guess that's where.
Forget he's like still alive.
Yeah, like he's still alive. He's still playing.
Until his contract's done, they're going to be severely limited, though.
Yeah.
Well, he's got that gigantic contract.
Oh,
Justin Upton
Suzuki. Didn't
has a
they get
gigantic
Suzuki, though?
contract? They did pick up Kurt Suzuki, didn't they? Yeah, they
Because
did.
him and
He probably
Rendon
wasn't
were
expensive, though.
reunited.
Yeah, they did. I
He
forgot
might
about
not
that.
be but I love Kurt Suzuki. Like, I absolutely adore. And he's just one of those players that like you want to do well. You know what I mean?
I loved him, and then he went to the Nationals, and now he's dead to me. So.
Well, except I liked him except when he played us. But like, you know, he's okay. I guess when he was on the Nats, it was like, I want you to do well, but not your team. But anyway, he's just one of those guys that I don't know. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Whatever, haters.
I don't know.
But now he's in Anaheim. Are they Anaheim or are they Los Angeles? This is how old I am.
Los Angeles Angels.
Yeah, they're in Anaheim.
Yeah, they're the
That's
Los
too
Angeles
damn
Angels.
much.
Sorry.
I don't know. That still doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, Dexter Fowler's a good player and all, but like your outfield was fine beforehand, and you have no one to throw the baseball. So maybe check that out. Maybe. I don't know. It's just me.
Maybe they're like, our pitchers suck,
maybe
so we need
he
people
has-
that can get to the fence.
Maybe.
Perhaps. Maybe one of these, like Mike Trout's a secret pitching legend, and we just haven't seen it yet, and he's waiting.
That's probably it. That's probably their best hope.
To lull us. He'll be like, I've seen Ohtani do like
I can do this.
you stuff. I can do it. Can't be that hard. Anyway,
They probably could.
I mean, what else has he been practicing in the middle of the night when that baby's awake? Like, you got nothing else
right?
to do. Practice pitching, bro.
Yeah.
So speaking of pitchers, maybe I mentioned last week. Okay, so the MLB transaction page is weird because it'll put stuff up and then it'll re-put it up when it's finalized.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was like, it told me Carl Edwards Jr. we signed, but I was like, I think we talked about that last week.
Mm-hmm.
But it was up again. But anyway, Felix Hernandez is going to the Baltimore Orioles.
Yes.
On a minor league contract, but that's how he came to the Braves. And let's be honest,
fine.
if you don't make
That's
the O's roster in spring training,
I'm sure he will.
I'm pretty sure
He
we
will.
could make the O's roster in spring training.
yeah.
That's very true.
I was about to say, I mean, I've never thrown a baseball in my life, apparently, but I think I could do it. So,
Probably.
I support you.
Should try it. I'm sad. I'm still really sad. We're never gonna see him in a Braves uniform.
We always had that spring training game.
We'll always have spring training.
I'm going to Baltimore at the end of February, so they still won't be there. But hopefully that means that my brother is getting slightly over this nobody can visit us because of COVID thing, so I can go visit them more, which means I'll get to go see the O's.
Yeah,
would
at
be
least
very
tickets
cool.
will be very cheap, so you can
That's
see him
true.
for like $15.
Yeah.
Okay, O's tickets are always very cheap, though. Let's
Well,
be
then you
honest.
got a
good
good
point.
market down there.
I only go to day games at Camden Yards, though, because...
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't blame me.
No, it's a very nice stadium.
Yeah, it's a bucket list stadium for me. Definitely want to get there sometime.
Yeah. I've been to a night game there before. I'm just saying, if I'm going by like myself and we'll stay with Yankees Emily, we're going during the day. We're 2 5-feet ladies. I'm not messing around there.
Really no point in chancing things.
Nope. Anyway, so did the Astros chance anything, or
we did sign this
she's saying we now, it's getting serious.
It is serious. I know an Astros fan tried to fight with me on Twitter the other day. He was like trying to bait me. Even said like I'm baiting you, please argue with me. I was like, we're on the same side. I can't.
Bro, go get attention from like
I was like,
bro, by the way, Astros Brittany replied to Trevor Bauer yesterday. She was like, I'm so glad you finally got a PR, dude. And I almost peed my pants laughing.
His long apology tweet.
Oh my God. Did anyone read that? That was the most sorry that happened or congratulations. I'm not reading this thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not reading this. That happened.
Like, and I was like, did someone hack his account? Because this doesn't.
It was very, I don't want to say articulate, but not douchey.
Props to him for giving. He's literally giving $40,000 to charities in New York City, which is awesome.
Yes,
that's cool.
But Mets fans still big mad.
Yeah. To answer your question, the Astros did sign a free agent, Steven Souza. God, I gotta research my name.
Souza.
He's a right fielder. He was signed to a minor league contract and invited to spring training. So that's it though. Nothing major.
Blue Jays.
They signed 2 pitchers, Connor Overton, who I don't know who that is, and Francisco Liriano, who is a Pirates legend, actually.
Ooh.
He was with the Pirates.
Hometown connection.
I didn't know the Pirates had legends.
They got, at least 2. Hello. They have Clemente and Liriano.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I've seen him in person play. I definitely recognize the name. And when I looked it up, I was like, oh yeah, he was with the Pirates for 5 years. So we'll see. He will probably be okay with them. So that's all they did. Just got a couple pitchers.
Oh, and rest in peace to Pedro Gomez.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, sorry this took us so long to get to. It just popped in my head. There was a picture of him with his son, who I guess plays in the minor leagues. Like that was floating around Twitter after he like died really suddenly at 58.
Yeah.
Which is traumatic. But anyway, sorry. I don't want to dwell on that and be all depressing, but want to acknowledge what he did for the game and let's get playing. So
I keep forgetting about that. Was yesterday, I think.
Yeah, because they announced it like kind of like either right before or during the Super Bowl. So I was kind of like, wait, what? And I'm like,
yeah, that's what I was saying. It was like I almost didn't give it enough yesterday. So like when I saw it today, it was like brand new information, even though I'd technically seen it yesterday. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, whatever.
I gotta process that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've talked about we've all had a lot happen this year. There's days where it's just like I can't take anything more in today. Like brain off.
Please. Sorry.
Got to come back tomorrow if you got some bad news.
But I'm not here for it. But kind of in that same vein, our kick-ass lady of the week is Melissa Ludtke. And probably have never heard of her. I had not. Okay. I had heard.
Okay, now I don't feel bad because I definitely.
You may have heard.
Does not ring a bell.
Yes. I had not heard of her, but I had heard of the lawsuit in 1978 when a female reporter sued the Major League Baseball Commission in order to gain access to the locker rooms for reporting because she was saying her 14th Amendment was violated. She couldn't do her job, blah, 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 whatever. Mm-hmm. You may remember that. I remembered that.
Yeah.
She's that.
Oh.
That's Melissa. So that is kind of her claim to fame, if you will. That's what she's most known for. She was born in 1951 in Iowa, but she grew up mainly in Massachusetts. She had always had a passion for sports, and when she went into school for journalism, she just kind of decided like that was going to be her vein. She worked for ABC Sports. She's worked for Sports Illustrated. She's worked for, she did features for Time Magazine. She was, I want to make sure I get this long name right, but she was a writer and editor for the Neiman Reports magazine of Harvard University's Neiman Foundation for Journalism from 1998 to 2011. It's a big, long name to say, like she was very important in the journalism department at Harvard. She was executive director of the Schuster Institute for Investigative Journalism at Brandeis University from 2011 to 2013. And since then, she's kind of retired and she started writing books. So, like, not really retired.
But that sounds more enjoyable.
I guess it's her own schedule, I suppose. But what her kind of, like I said, claim to fame was 1978. She sued the Baseball Commission on the basis that her 14th Amendment rights were violated because she was denied access to the New York Yankees clubhouse while reporting on the World Series for that year. They eventually ruled in her favor, and women are allowed in the locker rooms now because of what she did then. She also received a couple of like crazy awards, like that I feel like mean I should know who she is, but I didn't know her name still, so that's where we're here. In 2010, she received the Yankee Quill Award, which is given to a journalist in the northeastern United States, New England area, but it's like the highest honor you can get as a journalist there. At Sports Illustrated, she got the front page report. At times, she got like a whole fucking slew of awards. Like, just there, we're not listing them all. There's like a fuck ton of them. And in 2012, she was nominated by New York University author L. Carter Journalism Institute as one of the most 100 important journalists of the last 100 years.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. So, like, really, really, really important. Like I said, she's written a couple books. She wrote Locker Rooms and Quality with Integrity, and that was in 1979, which after her battle with the Major League Baseball Commission. And then in 1997, she wrote On Our Own, Unmarried Motherhood in America. So she's got quite her and her
diverse husband, there.
Yeah, her and her husband divorced, and she had a child, a daughter that she adopted from China. So she wrote a book about like being a single mom, basically. And she is currently writing a book now that she says will be her last, but we don't know what it is. So we'll see what that is. Maybe it's a baseball book, maybe it's a parenting book, maybe it's biography. I don't know. But she's definitely a kick-ass lady, and we can all thank her a little bit. And it's kind of a shame we didn't know her name, but now we do.
Yay.
So that's Melissa Ludtke.
Yeah. Accessibility for women in men's sports. I can't imagine how hard it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was
and even still is.
Yeah, there was an article that, spoke to her about like what it was like, because once she won that court case, okay, now you have to go in there knowing they don't really want you in there, but you're in there. And she was actually very humble is not the right word, but I don't know what the word is. She almost kind of downplayed it and said like, I definitely dealt with some stuff that wasn't pleasant. I definitely got letters. I definitely, was harassed to an extent, but I believe that women today have it harder. And I believe she said, I believe that sexual harassment is more in the eyes of the public today, and that it's sad that as public as it is, it's still as rampant as it is. She said, she has friends who still work in the sports industry who receive threats, not so much letters these days, but
texting Jared Porter every day.
Yeah, she discussed that and getting.
Well, you sent us a Twitter thread
of violence and somebody doesn't like your review of their baseball player, so they send you a email that says I hope you get raped or horrible things like that. And she said, she's proud of what she was able to do to get us as women more access to the sport, but she is unhappy, I guess, with how long it's been, because that was 43 years ago, FYI, 42 years ago, 43 years ago.
Yes.
How in 43 years, how kind of little progress has been made. So,
well, you sent us a thread, and it was a female reporter, and I can't remember her name right now, but it was talking about how, the sexual harassment today that she has encountered has been more veiled. So it's almost like you can't even report it, because if you report it, they'll be like, well, they didn't rape you, so that's not, why are you complaining about this kind of thing, almost. It's not a big enough deal to even say anything, but, since you're so uncomfortable, don't go back in there kind of thing.
Yes.
So, it's almost...
Yeah, it's what?
I'm sure it was
just
absolutely horrible then. Yeah, you're trying to do your job, but now it's almost like the people who are disgusting enough to perpetrate that have gotten smart enough to get away with it more. They know you can't blatantly sexually harass people, or fewer people blatantly sexually harass people. Yeah. I mean, Porter did. It still happens, but now it's more like these little snide remarks or whatever. So, because they know if you report it, it's going to be like, well, why'd you blow that up? He was just joking with you.
Little things that add up.
Right. Can you take a joke? Or why do you take your towel off every time I walk past you? You just happen to be doing that? No.
Maybe 2 text messages unanswered is fine, but 62...
No, we're not best friends. You don't get to do that. You're not my mom.
Yeah. I don't even think
and definitely sending the dick pic.
That's a wild move, bro. I appreciate some boldness every now and then.
But not that it matters, but how the story was written, it sounded like that came at the end of this string. So 62 unanswered text, and then you're like, well, this is going to win her over.
This'll do it.
Here's the words to the wise, guys.
Never.
It has never won someone over.
No.
Ever. I don't care how impressive you think you are.
You're not impressive. I don't care how impressive you think you are. It's not that impressive.
No. But what is impressive is a nice smile. And so our draft in honor of Nakahoma Nation is going to be the best smiles in the MLB. And also kind of in part.
In the MLB?
In the MLB.
Oh, geez. I was just doing Braves.
You can do just Braves if you want to, but I figured we'd run out,
Oh, I have 7, so...
Oh, well, there you go.
Go you, then. Okay, who's first?
Me first?
You can go first since you have 7.
Yeah, since you're prepared, because I'm about to go off the top of the dome here.
Actually was prepared for this one. I'm picking Freddie as my top Brave, because his smile is so genuine and so infectious that it's just he smiles at you and you want to be his best friend. So
okay, I'll give you the feeling behind it. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I don't think he fake smiles. I agree with you there. Okay, yes. Ashlyn.
Dexter Fowler has a great smile.
He was on my list. Yeah.
He has a great smile.
So
he has perfect teeth.
Maybe the Angels just need some more happiness.
And he's one of those people who his eyes smile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He gets the crinkle.
I mean, everybody's eyes smile, but his really, really, really do. He has a great smile. He's super fine. He's low key underrated, high key underrated. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but we should pay more attention to him.
He's on our hot boy list, right?
He is. But I don't feel like people talk about it enough.
No, I don't think so.
Because Dexter Fowler is quite handsome, has a great smile, and he's good at baseball.
All good things.
Don't know what more you could want, really.
I don't either. Unless you wanted a really short second baseman with a beautiful smile who never kept his helmet on his head. Because I'm going with my man, Asanyo, Aldi's. I love him for so many reasons, and he smiles so often. And he's another one of those that he's just like always happy. Like,
yes,
even when he's mad, he's like fake mad. Like, you know, like when he like takes that person's hand off the bag, like, nope, you're not safe. So he's my first choice, partly because I love him the most, but also he's just always so adorable. And then I'm going to go with shout out to Danielle Salvi Perez from the Royals. He has also one of those crinkly eye smiles, like just a little ball of joy in their dugout. So he's my number 2.
I appreciate that. My number 2 is Mr. Smile, Francisco Lindor.
Yes.
Pretty.
Because he has like an infectious smile, like Marla was talking about with Emily. His is like, he's just so happy, and he's so happy to play baseball and like be there. He's even happy to be a Met, which is crazy. Like, who wants to be a Met? But he's fucking there and with it. And so yeah, he's my number 2.
Well, I'm gonna stray a little bit since we're doing all of MLB. I'm gonna say Mookie Betts because he's got such a good smile.
Popped in my head when he was popping up like a little baby.
Yes. God, he's so adorable. I love him so much.
For
I
those
hate
that
that he's a
don't
Dodger.
know, it was the NLCS, right? Because it was when they were playing us.
I think that
maybe it was the
World
NLDS.
I thought that was World Series.
Was the World Series?
I feel like that was the World Series.
That's 5 years ago.
It had to be the World. I think it was the World Series because he wouldn't have been happy playing us. He was stressed out the whole time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And he just popped up out the dugout, like in between
Who was
two other
that in
players.
between? I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. Who cares about those people?
But he just.
But he looked adorable.
But if you watch baseball, you know what we're talking about. You just put boom.
Yeah. That was adorable.
And he does look happier in LA. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Right.
He would be happiest in Atlanta, but yeah, he does.
Would. Come on home. He was just here the other day eating somewhere downtown. I don't remember.
Yeah, he was at Slutty Vegan.
There you go.
I need someone to send me some but
we don't want to be the Angels with our outfield.
Overnight me some Slutty Vegan burgers, please. And I've been wanting to try it.
Atlanta resident.
We just shift everyone over? I bet Christian could play left field. He'd be great in it.
Figure it out.
We'll just shift everyone over.
We will figure it out.
Do it. Why not? And who's
by the way, have you seen the Braves Valentines Twitter account?
Yes, I love it. It's
look
my
forward
favorite.
to that every year.
I look forward to it coming back every year.
Yeah, we're not going to go over them here because we're already E-rated, but go look at them, and they are hilarious.
So good.
Ain't nothing never mind. Okay, yes, Marc.
Gosh, I think I gotta go with Camargo for 3. I know he didn't make our hot list this year or anything, but he's really trying hard
for it.
to make up. He really is. I'm utterly convinced that he knows he didn't make it this year. And he's always had a great smile, good at the plate or not. So.
Yes.
But his facial expressions in general.
They're so good. I saw some. Actually, I think I drank that. Never mind.
Okay.
Wait. If you can find a link to whatever
David don't listen to this. You dreaming about Johan Camargo.
Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure I drank that. There's
us?
not a gif of him like winking, is there? No.
I'm sure we can.
I don't know, but I'm picturing it now.
Right. Anyway,
we'll be picturing it later. Apparently.
Give me a few minutes.
My number 3 is Ronny because he has a really, really good smile. I don't know. It's hard to explain a smile. Like, you can only say, like, it's really good or infectious or whatever.
I think his smile's even better because sometimes, like, because he has that scowl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and he's not one of those that's always smiling. Like, he does have resting bitch face, and you can tell when, like, he's mad at himself or whatever.
Yes.
So when he is happy, like, it's like when he did that little.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He also has a really good mischievous smile.
Uh-huh.
Like when he's trying to be mischievous, obviously, but like he has a really good like I'm up to some shit right now smile.
Right.
They're gonna be talking about this on Twitter.
So my third pick, which I'm amazed y'all didn't do, maybe you did it out of kindness for me because this is also kind of what I based the draft on, was Marcell Ozuna, our new longtime Brave. Smile.
4 years.
Yay.
Oh.
But his smile, like, and I just, I don't know, maybe it's because the whole group is just smiling so much happier together.
Yeah.
They're
Because
just all so fucking
but
happy.
he's always
so free.
He's so happy. Like, I remember watching it, and one of the commentators, like, when we were in one of the postseason games, was like, oh, he likes to move around and get set and blah, blah. I'm like, bro, he's doing the cha-cha at the plate, man.
Yeah.
Like, he is dancing
He's
at
having a
home
good time.
plate right now. Like, that's what he does. And his smile's so good. He has a Marcel-fee bobblehead coming up.
So excited.
Can't wait.
He's always full of energy. Love it.
I do. I mean,
That's
like, that's kind of like the goal is, I'm sure he's not happy 100% of the time, but it's like he like gets back in the headspace. I remember it like after a loss, he's like, we had a dance party. We danced it out. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, like we're all good now.
So we're still telling you about all our new shows. Mansplain Hockey elsewhere. It's not on podcast platforms yet.
Because everywhere hates us, but we're working on it.
Trying.
It
We
is
are on YouTube.
On Wednesdays?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Up on YouTube on Wednesdays, along with the video for this. But if you sign up to be a patron, then you get early access. I put them up on Tuesdays. The hour depends when my computer cooperates. So some days it'll be like Tuesday morning, but some days it won't be till Tuesday evening.
Did you just say
either
we
way,
have our patron working again?
our
We do.
Patreon is up again.
Shout out Knockahoma Nation for fucking that up for us. I'm just kidding.
They
We love you
really
guys.
did though, but they were trying to be nice. Thank
They
you.
were.
Anyway, I got it figured out, and yes, we are back up. Mansplain Baseball Elsewhere on Patreon. We have 3 tiers. There's a $5, a $10, and a $20 tier. You can pay that you pay
For
monthly.
$20, I will cuss you out.
Well, yes, bonus content is one of the perks of the $20 level, so that will
what
be
bonus
included.
content are we doing?
Well, I was thinking like our movie reviews that we never did, because I know I still have like notes in my phone from like when I watched The Rookie and like that kind of stuff. So I was thinking, even if like we don't have to do like recording sessions, but if you want like individual, couple minute long videos from each of us talking about baseball movies or whatever kind of movie, even put in a request. Shit, for $20 a month, I'll watch whatever you want me to. So.
Okay, careful.
I'm gonna amend that.
I was about to say.
I'm gonna amend that. Cut that.
That is available on mainstream
on
platforms,
streaming services.
rated R or less. Thank you.
Yes. Anyway, so bonus content. You will also get a shout out on the show, and the pod account on Twitter will follow you. For the $5, you just get the early access. For $10, you will also get a sticker. Just let us know what you want, and just little cool extra stuff. We would love to be able to do more for you guys. So like, the more
we have,
the
more we can do.
So, and there have been several requests for more shows from us. We've all gotten, when are you doing Mansplain football?
Yeah.
Even though football's not that my thing. Even I've gotten it. I'm like, bro, I don't fucking know. And like I've gotten one.
It could be like you, or like me, like with hockey. Can be you with football.
It'll be like me getting back into it. So if you guys help us out, then we will be able to give you more content, essentially.
Yes.
And
We're
$5. Are we worth the Starbucks to you?
Are we? Are we?
Are we? So I thought we could, start doing that again now that we got the Patreon situation figured out. And that'll be cool. So, like I said, Both of our videos for MBE and MHE come out on Wednesdays. Eventually, the hockey pod will be available on podcast apps on Thursdays. Whenever
We're just
that
waiting to be edited.
like
Not edited, approved.
prove us.
Like they've gotten us,
reviewed
they
and
got to
approved.
listen to us, and yeah.
Which is wild. I should have even marked explicit. I should have just lied because we're not even that bad on that show.
We're not.
Anyways.
And then Friday is Lecturin Ladies, both the pod and the YouTube. So so far we have 3 shows, but maybe with you guys' help we could have more. Just saying.
Speaking of, hashtag ad for our friends, Jimmy and Jake just literally like 5 minutes ago announced they're doing a new show called The Weekly Dumb, which I don't know what it is, but it has the setup of like a talk show, like a Today Show type situation. Oh. So I'm very excited about that. So we'll see.
That sounds fun.
What that is. So hashtag ad for those guys. They have like 49 million.
And
podcasts.
if you're not following John Boy Media on Twitter, you should, because it'll be over by the time this comes out. But they do like a 24-hour flash sale for the Super Bowl being over, which means it's baseball season now, apparently.
I went nuts, y'all. I bought so much stuff. I bought so much stuff.
Yeah.
It was
like you kind of hope the postman throws in the ditch so David doesn't see that box kind of stuff.
I'll go get that at my convenience.
He might hear what I'm saying, but it's like there's a lot of stuff. I bought like 5 stickers. Where am I gonna even put these stickers? I don't know, but I bought like a John Boy sticker, a Mansplain Baseball Elsewhere sticker, because I just have our old one. I don't have the new logo. And then I bought a Mansplain Hockey sticker. And then I bought a Jake Sucks sticker because fucking why not?
Bro, if you haven't seen the Mansplain Hockey
like
merch,
the logo,
that logo,
good.
I thought Matt did a good job with MBE logo,
but I love
this hockey one. I was like,
I love it. I bought the pom pom, beanie, and I bought a hoodie. And maybe a t-shirt.
She bought a lot of shit.
She
remember what she bought. I'll do a
haul
for baseball and hockey. So I'm
excited. Yeah, I'll do a haul when it comes in. I bought so much.
That could be a video that we could put up on our Patreon.
There we go.
Yeah. And then there's like the just I love baseball stuff. There's stuff for fans of other teams.
Yes, there's a new shirt that says something about like I don't know if it says it's baseball season or if it says baseball season. I don't remember, but I saw it today and I really liked it. I didn't buy it simply because I bought everything else in the store, so I figured I'd leave something for you guys. But it's a very cool t-shirt and it's in like a bunch of the team's colors. That's something else people might not know. Most of their merch is available in your team's colors. So like you might have to scroll for a bit because some of the way it's set up, like your each like
it's a different item listing.
Baseball,
it's not just a different color.
Item. Yeah. So like my I Love Baseball is in Rockies colors. So that's a different item than the I Love Baseball Braves colors. So you might have to scroll for a minute. If you search your team's name. Yeah, if you search your team name, it'll bring all the colors and items there for you. You can also search Mansplain and find all of our stuff in one place because I did notice if you try to buy the women in sports, I'm going to try and get Bill to fix this. If you try to buy the women's in sports crop top, it is not in the Mansplain baseball section. It is just under the regular section. So if you go to Mansplain and you're wanting a crop top hoodie specifically and don't see it, don't think it's there, just search Mansplain, or women in sports, that brings it up too. And
the women in sports is also a collection that at the top, but that one might not be under that, but everything else from that collection it's a drop down collection, which is super awesome. I love seeing everybody, the men and the women.
It makes me want to cry.
And the dads getting stuff for their daughters.
Oh my gosh. I will break my heart. Fisher.
It's adorable. Ugh,
and we started that when Kim Ang was named the new general manager of the Miami Marlins. And that's when we did it. But it was like, kind of lower key or whatever. And then just a whole lot has been happening lately.
Yeah.
But
seems very timely all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It always fits. Which is good, bad, sad, all of those things.
So we love seeing your pictures. Keep tagging us.
frog in her throat. Or maybe she is crying. I don't know.
I'm not. I'm trying to see. Fisher is currently stirring the chicken Alfredo that I made a little earlier. With a straw.
So that's our signal that we're
Nice
going
and
to
saucy.
see you next Tuesday.
ya.
And hopefully Ashlyn has a house left. Okay, bye.
Have a good week.